Everyone grab a pamphlet in the front? Yes? Okay, so it should be a pamphlet and then another thing that has like majors and all that good stuff on it. So make sure you get both of those. My name is Jahar Graham. I am the Associate Director of Admissions at FIU. I did graduate from there, but like over 10 years ago. So I am from Broward as well. I went to MacArthur High School. I actually worked here at Hollywood Hills for a little bit as a school counseling intern when I was getting my master's degree in school counseling. So I love it here. I'm glad you all are here, and we're just going to go really quickly through some info, but if you have questions at any time, feel free to raise your hand and we'll get to them, okay? Good? Yep. All right. All right, so this is just like a little history about FIU. We are pretty young in the span of like universities and colleges. So we opened in 1972. We're Miami's only public research institution, and we're the 4th largest institution in the country. So FIU is pretty huge. A lot of people don't know that, but there are a lot of students that are at FIU and a lot of different things to get involved with. These are the campuses. Most of you all are familiar. You know, we're in Miami. There is a campus, FIU at I-75, that you'll probably see that we share with Broward. That's a very small space, and most of your courses will not be in there. So a lot of my Broward students ask, can you take classes there? More than likely, you will not have courses there. Most of your courses will be at Modesto Medique or the Biscayne Bay campus. MMC is the larger one. Have you guys been to the youth fair before? You know where the fair is, yeah. Miami Fair? That's the campus. If you haven't, it's down like by like Doral. If you've ever been to Dolphin Mall, it's like 5 minutes away from there. We do have a location downtown Brickell, Miami Beach Urban Studios, and the Engineering Center, which is like 5 minutes away from the main campus. So again, like I said, it's pretty large. There are over 57,000 students at FIU, but that's everybody in total. So that's all the colleges and schools. There's over 200 degree programs, so you have them on that paper. But we do have a College of Medicine, so you can go all the way up to your doctoral degree if you're thinking pre-med. We have a College of Law, which is actually the #1 law school in Florida, so yay. They have the highest bar passing rate, again, the students in the law school, so we're really proud of them. And that's all of our online students, so it doesn't feel that crazy on campus, but there are a lot of students that are technically enrolled at FIU. Do you guys know what you want to major in yet? Anyone?
Pre-med.
Pre-med?
Special education.
Special ed, very good.
Technology.
Like IT or computer science, computer engineering?
Computer science.
Computer science, very good. Anybody else?
Criminology.
Criminology, very good.
Pre-med.
Pre-med again, very good. So for pre-med students, that's a track. It's not a major, so keep that in mind. Your major is going to be something like biology, something in the sciences. But if you're undecided, that's fine too. Again, you have the paper with all the majors, so you can kind of look through them and see what you like. These are some of the different colleges, art, sciences, and education. This is one of our mock trial rooms. So if you're thinking pre-law, we have like the courtrooms on campus, so they actually do simulation trials and things like that, really cool. College of Business is huge at FIU. That's one of the main colleges. Communication, Architecture, and the Arts. What you see there is our annual Walk on Water event. So the architecture students have to build like flotation shoes to get them across the lake, and the first person across gets a scholarship. So the whole university comes out to watch. All of them do not make it, so they fall in the lake, so it's kind of funny, but it's a really cool event. Engineering is really big. Again, they have a separate campus because they have cool things like this, which is the wall of wind. So these like fans can simulate up to a Category 5 hurricane. So we do a lot with the community and like hurricane prep and the science behind the technology, what can withstand in the hurricane, and they do a lot of like simulations in front of that. International and Public Affairs, international is literally our middle name, so that's a big one. School of Hospitality, that's actually the restaurant on campus. It's fully run by students, so they're the chefs, they curate everything, and they're the servers, they do everything, so that's really cool. College of Social Work is one of the smaller colleges, but definitely impactful. Nursing and health science. Nursing is very, very, very popular. It is a limited access major. What you see there is like the simulation lab. So we have like a hospital room with simulation dummies, and they kind of like, they do everything. They breathe, sweat, give birth. It's very hands-on. So the nursing and pre-med students usually work with them. a lot. College of Law, like I mentioned before. Honors College, you can be in any major and be in the Honors College. Coming in as a freshman, you just need at least a 3.5 GPA. So they have different perks. They have their own housing, their own scholarships. They have priority registration. So it's a really cool opportunity as well. And then lastly, the College of Medicine. You can see again one of the simulation dummies that they're working with. So that's really cool that you can go to your doctoral degree at FIU. Student life, there's a lot to get into. Here, there are over 200 clubs and activities, so I'm sure whatever you're interested in, we have something for it. This is just showing like normal student day in the life. This is FIU in the Pride Parade a few years ago. The South Beach Wine and Food Festival, like all the Food Network chefs come. And it's on South Beach like it says, and it's like a huge thing. Arts and culture, we do have museums on campus. There's like nature walks, whatever you want is there. Okay, it's literally a club for everybody. And then if you're looking into sports, we are Division I for all of our sports. There's 18 D1 sports. So if you're interested in any of those, you can go on FIUsports.com and you can send your stats to the recruiters. Or if you just want to go and like play with your friends, we do have sports through the rec center. This is the gym, so it's gorgeous. It's very nice. They have free classes in there. You can get your run on exercise. I usually open at 6 a.m. in the morning. And you can do like wake up and spin. All that's free to you as a student, so it's really cool. And then Relay for Life, we have a lot of like philanthropy events that we participate in as well. Housing. True or false? It's required to live on campus at FIU as a freshman.
No.
False. Very good. You do not have to live on campus, but if you can, I strongly recommend it. Like I said, I'm from Broward. I went to FIU and I lived on campus all 4 years. So, and I definitely recommend it. There's a lot of things that are going on at FIU like every day, all day. So if you're already there on campus, it eliminates having to go back and forth. And you guys know you pick your own class schedule in college, right? So if you have a gap, like if you have a 10 o'clock class and then you don't have one until like 2 o'clock, what are you going to do? So a lot of students go to their room, nap, whatever. So it's definitely a benefit to live on campus. There are 8 halls at MMC and then 1 at Biscayne Bay. This is an actual room at FIU, so this kind of gives you an idea of like the space. You have a bed, your own like desk, and then it has a closet like on this side. They're all apartment or suite style housing, so there's no hall bathrooms or anything like that. If you're coming to FIU with a friend, you can choose them as your roommate, so you can already have somebody that you know. And then the freshman housing does come with a meal plan. So there's over 30 restaurants on campus. You'll never go hungry. There's Chick-fil-A, like 3 Starbucks, Subway, Pollo Tropical, like everything you can want, you have it there. The only thing for housing, I think it opens, you have to apply. Once you're admitted, then you can go ahead and submit your housing, put down your housing waiver, and then they'll open it up for you to select your room starting May 1st, okay? Any questions about anything so far? No? Okay. So now we're going to move to admissions. What do you need? Like, how do you get in? All that good stuff. Are you all seniors or some of you juniors? Junior? Raise your hand if you're a junior. Raise your hand if you're a senior. Okay, got it. So this is for the seniors, basically. Juniors, the application opens every year, July 1st. We are now on the Common App. If you looked for us 2 weeks ago, we were not there. But now we are on there, so you can definitely apply on the Common App to make it simple. But if you're a senior, the application only takes about 20 minutes if you do it through our website. You can do either or, so there's no preference. You can do the Common App or you can do it on our website. But it's very, very, very simple. You just apply online. There's no essay. There's no letters of recommendation. There's no resume. So FIU has made it very simple. You just submit your official transcripts, and then if you're doing dual enrollment, anyone doing dual enrollment? Okay, then you submit your college transcripts as well. And then your test scores. So, yes.
So if a student has college classes, it's other than a transcript for the first wave when they are submitted for November 1st. So what do you want them to do in that?
We don't need the college transcripts to make a decision. So as long as we have the high school ones in, that's fine. But just send the college ones before you graduate. That's all. And then the test scores are required. We do super score. Do you guys know what that means? Yeah. So if you take the SAT 3 times, whatever, you do better in math the first time, but better in reading the third time, we'll put those 2 scores together to give you the highest overall score. So hi, welcome. Send us in all attempts that you have, and then you're all set. You do not have to wait until you have test scores to apply. That's pretty important. So you can, again, go online, apply, transcripts, test scores, that's all we need. We start admitting at around a 3.0 weighted GPA. So keep that in mind if you're doing AP, IB honors, anything like that. It does help you. We're looking at your weighted GPA. And the test scores just depend on your GPA. So the higher the GPA, the more lenient we are with your test scores. Does that make sense? Yeah? Okay, cool. Any questions about admissions? Yes.
Let's say I submit a test score that was not good, but I got a better score after I applied. Is there a way that I can give that test score instead?
Yeah, just send it in, and we'll automatically reevaluate your application.
Perfect, thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else? Very good.
And right here it says 2022 fall admitted students profile. So the SAT from a 1250 to a 1330.
That's the averages. So what you'll see in there is the averages of last year. That is not what you need. That's just the average of the students that we admitted to fall. They were in that range.
Oh.
But since you're, that's actually a good page to be on in the yellow book. It gives you all the steps to apply there, as well as the averages. These are the application deadlines. So it's far away, but November 1st is the scholarship deadline. So we want you to apply, get everything in by November 1st, seniors, so you can meet the scholarship deadline. Yes. He forgot.
Yeah. What's the minimum SAT score do you need?
It depends on the GPA. So there's not like one set score. Like again, I said, the higher the GPA, the more lenient we are with the test score. So it just depends. It's a sliding scale. But usually, I would say the lowest I've probably seen is like a 960 maybe. And then for the ACT, maybe aim for like at least a 19.
Okay.
That's just something to keep in mind. But don't hold me to that. Again, it depends on your GPA. Okay?
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so this is the timeline. Again, application opens every year, July 1st. Scholarship deadline, November 1st. We've already started releasing decisions. We have rolling admissions. So as soon as your profile is complete, we'll give you a decision. There's no like decision day or anything like that. As soon as we have everything, you'll have a decision. Okay? And then I think the next slide is the pathways. Yes. So there are different terms to get in, early fall, fall, or spring. Fall has the highest requirements. Those are the ones you see in there, the averages from last fall. So a lot of students will apply to fall. We admit you to the term that you meet requirements for. Okay? So a lot of times students will say, oh, I applied to fall, but I got into early fall, which is summer. It's because you met requirements for that term. So whatever term you meet requirements for, that's when we will admit you. Okay? Early fall, summer is not a bad term. It's not remedial, anything like that. It's literally just starting a little bit earlier. Usually starts about the 3rd week in June and goes until the end of July. So it's like a 6-week term, and then you continue on to fall and so on and so forth. Most students like summer. About 80% of our freshman students actually start in the summer. Most students like summer because it's more relaxed. It's more chill. You get a chance to learn the university before everybody comes back for fall, and then it's like crazy. I teach a class in the summer, and my students I teach a freshman class, and they love summer. So it's definitely very much more relaxed. Okay, and Connect for Success. This is our 2+2 program. So if any of you are thinking of starting off at like Broward College first, or any Miami-Dade, Palm Beach State, any like state college in Florida, you can do the Connect for Success program. So with C4S, we don't need test scores, we don't need transcripts, we don't need anything other than the application. So you can apply to that right now, and then we hold your spot while you're doing your AA at any state college in Florida. Okay, so again, if you're thinking, a lot of students take this route, they go to Broward for 2 years, and then they're automatically admitted into FIU. While you're at Broward, we'll just say Broward. While you're at Broward College, you'll get a Panther ID, so you can still come to our games, our events, like concerts, all that stuff, as if because you're like an affiliate student of both. And then we have academic advisors that are directly for Connect for Success. So they'll help you while you're at Broward, like they have offices at Broward, at Palm Beach State, at Miami-Dade, to help you while you're there to make sure you're on track to transfer in your major. Okay? So if you're thinking of doing the 2+2 route, that's a great route as well, and then you can just apply to the Connect for Success program. You don't have to do the traditional application. And we never need transcripts, we don't need test scores, you're automatically admitted. So tuition and fees is here, it's also in your yellow book. So if you wanna open that, it gives you an idea on this page. Tuition and fees, cost of attendance, all that good stuff. At the bottom, it has something called Golden Promise. What opened on October 1st? FAFSA, absolutely. So when you do your FAFSA, you get a number back that's called your EFC. Does this sound familiar? Yes? Okay, so if you had, so your EFC is your expected family contribution. This is how much, after all the information you put into FAFSA, how much they calculate that you can like contribute to your education. If that number is 0, FIU has something called the Golden Promise, where we promise you will not pay a dime for tuition and fees. We will cover it for you. Okay? So again, do your FAFSA. If your EFC is 0, FIU will cover your tuition and fees. Very simple. Okay? So this just gives you a breakdown of like estimates of what things might cost outside of like tuition. In the middle, it has the merit scholarships. So if it has the requirements, so these are like our big scholarships, the full ride, 75% tuition, fees, and books. If you're in this range, please, please, please apply by November 1st so that we can give you this money, okay? So we can take care of everything. And the blue side, FIU.academicworks.com is our scholarship website. Yeah, FIU.academicworks.com is our scholarship website. That's where all the university scholarships are. So you want to make sure you go on there and look on the scholarships. And then Raise Me. Have you guys heard of Raise Me before? No? Okay. Raise Me, everybody listen up. Raise Me is very, very important. This is like a huge scholarship opportunity. Raise your hand if you've ever earned an A in any of your classes in high school. Beautiful. We give you $55 for every A that you've earned in high school. Raise your hand if you've done community service hours. Wonderful. We give you $4 per community service hour that you've done. Exactly. So Raise Me is a micro scholarship program where it's exactly that. We give you money for things you're doing now in high school. So you want to make an account. I think the thing is here, they have like an app so you can download it. So raise.me, go on there, definitely make an account. You have to apply to FIU by November 1st for this one to count. This scholarship gives up to $10,000, so it's $2,500 per year that's added on just with the Raise Me scholarship. We give money for dual enrollment, we give money for being in a club, we give money if you have a job, we give money if you've ever visited FIU. So there's a lot of different ways to earn money on Raise Me, but it's very, very simple. So raise your hand if you're gonna make a Raise Me account like today. Wonderful. And then it starts freshman year, so juniors you can make one too. Seniors, it is retroactive, so even if you make it today, you can add all the A's you've made from 9th grade, like all that stuff. So you definitely want to get on that. And I think you have to have everything done by like December 1st or something like that. So however much money you raise by then is what we'll give you for the next 4 years. Okay? Yes?
For the fees and everything, could the Cambridge scholarship be applied to lower these costs?
Mm-hmm. We take any like outside scholarships, anything like that, but these are just the ones that FIU offers. But yeah, we're a state school. Listen, we're trying to get you in and out with no debt. That is the thing. So if you see in here, I think it gives a stat, 50% of our students graduate with no debt. We give out a lot of scholarship money, okay? We want to start you guys off correctly. All right, so visit opportunities. We are back up and running with like on-campus tours. We just had Fall Showcase Saturday, but if you want to attend like an info session or anything, go.fiu.edu/visit is where you can sign up. We have some that have student panels. If you want more about financial aid, you can do a financial aid Friday. Well, Fall Showcase already happened, but career development sessions, that's good as well. We have a career and talent development office that helps you with internships, things like that. So that's a good opportunity as well. That is it. It was quick and painless, right? Good. So think of your questions that you have while I give you the contact info. If you have questions outside of like here, this is the general information, like the phone number, 305-348-7000. That's gonna take you to our one-stop department. And what that is, it's like exactly what it sounds like. One stop for financial aid, for admissions, for registrar, for international students, like anything you have a question about, that's pretty much the best way to go. The general email is admins@fiu.edu, but don't use that. Email me directly at this one, jhgraham@fiu.edu. That is me. Follow me on Instagram. I post all the updates about dates, deadlines. I don't follow back, don't worry. I don't care what you're doing. So FIU Jahara is my Instagram account, where I just, again, anything that's important going on, you'll probably see a lot of like FIU events in the stories I post for current students too. FIU Instagram is the generic Instagram account for FIU. That's a good one to follow. And Join FIU is run by our tour guides in our office. So those are our student workers. So you kind of get an idea of like FIU from a student perspective. So these are really good pages to follow so you can have information. All right, any questions? Yes.
Does this pre-law program cover all law or just like certain types?
Yeah, it's law school, a regular law school. Pre-law is a track, so it's not a major directly. You can major in anything and go to law school. The most common ones are English, philosophy, and political science.
Can I go here and major in law?
No, as a incoming student, like no one's gonna have like a law major. Does that make sense? So you'll major in whatever, let's just say political science, and you'll be on the pre-law track. So they'll know you're going to law school. You'll have pre-law advisors to make sure you're set like with all the exams and things like that. So they'll make sure you're on track. And we do have actually a early assurance program with the Honors College. So if you join Honors, they have a 3+3 program, so you can graduate in 6 years with your law degree. Yes.
Yes, my question now is, I saw that you have a lot of like medical like programs and stuff. So how is FIU in regards to like a medical like, standpoint?
So our College of Medicine is, don't make me lie, I was gonna say about 10 years old. It's relatively new. So it's very like, I don't know the exact date they opened it, but it's relatively new. So it's really good. Like we're a tier 1 research institution. So that's like the highest designation, meaning like our facilities are like the most up to date, the labs, everything like that. The professors are in their like furthest education, meaning they're all like doctors in their fields and things like that, and they use students to help with research. You can like publish on their journals. So it's a really good program for sure.
And like does FIU like have a medical school?
Yeah,
Or?
you can go all the way up to your doctorate degree at FIU.
All right, thank you.
Anyone else? It's like a talk show. I feel like a talk show host. Yes, you in the back. No.
I have a question about your special education, like how far can I go and like is it actually good?
Yes.
You know?
I know there's a master's. I'm not sure if we have a doctorate program in it. That doesn't mean we don't. I'm just not sure. I don't work in graduate. But I know there's a master's program as well. All of the education degrees are very, very good. You'll graduate with all your certifications. I'm not sure how much research you've done, but there's like a lot of certifications to teach in Florida. So you have to do like your specialty and then like the I forgot what it's called, but like the general education one, and then there's like a professional exam as well. So you'll have all those by the time you graduate. We do have opportunities for in-class instruction before you graduate, so it's very hands-on. And we have a program called FIU Teach, which gives stipends for students that are in the education program, so it's free money as well, so that's always good. And we do have a Children's Developmental Learning Center on campus, so specifically for special ed, I think that's a good route to go.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Yes. Oh, yes.
Does it change for undocumented students? Like if you're undocumented, does it change anything?
What do you mean?
Like scholarships, admitting, anything like that?
Scholarships may be different, but we are what's called a DREAM partner. So we have special scholarships for DACA or undocumented students.
Okay.
Any other questions? Yeah. Yes.
So for students that were doing the application for the FIU, they were having difficulty submitting information because there's not a space. So if they don't have any legal documents, Well, how do they complete the application? They were having.
There's something that says, gosh, I wish I had a computer. I did this when I was at Sheridan. There's something that says like no status. There's an option that says no status, and that's the one that they select.
We didn't find out.
I know, it's not buried, but you have to scroll down and then you'll find it.
So once they put that, they can continue filling out. It will
Mhm.
be- Okay, so, if you don't have these documents, what are you providing, and are you, including them as in-state students?
In-state, if you've been at a Florida school for at least 3 years. So like if you've been at a Florida high school for at least 3 years, you can qualify. We have something called an in-state tuition waiver. So you'll still like technically, it'll say international, but you'll pay in-state tuition. So yes, that is a thing.
And, when they do complete the application, is there anything else that they should submit with it, or is it gonna be like, how is it that you can help someone that is undocumented, basically is what I'm saying?
There's nothing else to submit. There's nothing different from a traditional application. The only thing I would say is to look into the undocumented or DACA scholarships, because I know a lot of the federal aid won't qualify, but we do have special ones to help those students as
The
well.
school does have some besides the Dream, because the Dream US is one that is coming up in November 1st.
Mhm.
And that one, you guys that are in that situation should apply if you've been here for 6 years or have the TPS or the DACA, okay? So right now, if they don't have any of those qualifications, but they still wanna go to FIU, would you guys provide some kind of, like, depending on their merit scholarships, would you guys do
Merit,
anything?
absolutely. Merit scholarships are still open, and we have something called the Golden Blue, which is just a stipend that we include depending on their GPA. So there's like 2 levels. The higher the GPA, I think it's like $2,000. The lower level is like $1,000 a year or something.
Any questions? ¿Tienen preguntas?
If you didn't sign in the beginning, please sign in. This is the link. When you go there, you'll see a drop down, like the first thing. You click the second one, and it'll say Hollywood Hills FPV. So use that. This is how we can get your info. We'll know you were here today. Yes.
Under that link, it says like the major of interest, it isn't loading.
You type it in.
Yeah, I did, and it's like, every time I type it in, it just goes red.
This thing is giving me what major are you looking for?
Do you guys have any questions?
Try crime science.
First now.
Honestly, the major doesn't matter for this one. Yeah, you can just pick whatever you can find, and then the major is not really important. It's just kind of thinking of what you want to do, but when you apply, we'll automatically change it. This is basically just saying you were here today. You were here today.
Can I like, how do I click it? Because it's like not letting me type.
No, you have to type for that one. So I try psychology. I don't know. No, when you type it, it should like have a drop down. Okay, let it load. Let's see if we'll find it. Scroll up. Are you missing any other field? No.
Guys, this is the best time to ask questions because she's basically yours for the day, not the day, for right now. So if you guys have any questions about your application, anything you guys need to submit, you guys need to ask now because you guys, that's why I bring them here, so you guys could ask one-on-one
Are you
questions.
seniors? So you can put fall 2023 or summer 2023. It's still not doing it. I do have a question. One of the things that I would do is
We have one question here.
you do not have to get a full master's for that. You can do that like for Ramirez or any state college. That it's going to take you like 2 years. Yeah, that we're not going to have that. Like any state school is not going to have that. Because it doesn't need to be that. You can do like the 2-year degree in that and go straight into your field. Okay.
Okay, we have a question.
Yes.
Let's say I want to major in business.
Mhm.
Do you recommend like doing a minor in like sociology or in a course like that in the meantime?
No, not if you don't want to. Like just to do it, no. Business is pretty solid by itself, and they have a lot of elective business courses that you may want to fill your elective space with. If you're interested in something else, you can probably fit in a minor, but business is pretty set, like, it's another limited access major. So they have pretty much everything there for you. If you want to do a minor, you absolutely can, but if you like don't really have a preference, I wouldn't say to fit one in.
Let's say I want to, again, major in something, how hard would it be for some people to double major or have a major?
It depends on your major. If you're an engineering student, double major, forget it. Like, that's not a thing. You could do it, but it would take you probably like 6 years. So it really just depends on the two majors. Some majors are way easier to do a double major, like psychology and like history or anything like that. Business, nursing, engineering, they're gonna be a little tougher. You can. I think it's a conversation with your academic advisor to figure out your ultimate goal to see if you need to double major. Does that make sense? Are you thinking of double majoring?
Consideration.
Business and what?
No, it was just like
Oh.
an example. It was just
Oh,
an
okay.
example.
I was like, what are you trying to put with business? Let me
I
see.
usually tell the students that if they're,
Oh.
I usually tell the students that if they're gonna major in business, so always do a minor as well, because there's so many people that can open a business nowadays. So sometimes I actually ask them, or I tell them, if you can minor in something else in business, not so much business, but dealing with people or something like that, I think it would always make it look better.
You
Because
could.
simply-
The thing with business is that our business is not just business administration. It's so specific that it's already there. Like there's HR, there's marketing, there's logistics, there's supply chain, there's real estate. Like it's kind of already has its like niche. And then they have other certificates under business. Like a lot of students will do marketing and they have a certificate in like social media management. So there's already things that can like help that business degree. It doesn't hurt to do a minor if they want, but it may be a little more stressful because business is one of the tougher majors. So trying to fit in minor
Okay.
classes if you don't need them can sometimes like hinder the student.
And what about in a sociology major?
Sociology has space for whatever. They can
Okay.
add anything to sociology for sure.
Okay.
That's gonna be one of the more relaxed.
I don't need the mic.
Okay, go ahead.
He's like, I don't know.
So,
Did it ever
when I go
work?
to Navians,
Anything? Okay.
there's, I go to college research and scholarships. When I scrolled down, I saw FIU and it said that it could offer me a full tuition. So how would I apply to that? Let's say I want to keep that information that I have, and I want to continue applying with.
Which scholarship
That
was
offer.
it?
I didn't went into deep into it, but it,
Uh-huh. I mean, the full ride that we offer is the one that's gonna be in that pamphlet, the presidential scholarship. If someone else, like an outside organization, will cover you to go to FIU, then by all means, do that.
My question is also like regarding to applying. How would that process be if they're offering a certain scholarship?
Apply first, so make sure you're admitted. That's the first thing, because most scholarships, they're gonna ask for your admissions letter before they release any funds. They're gonna make sure that you're accepted to the university. So get the application done, send your transcripts, send your test scores from College Board or ACT. Be admitted, and then you'll be set. The financial aid packages usually don't come out until around February. So if you're getting anything from FIU, it'll be on there, and then anything additional, you can just add that in.
Okay.
Yes.
Question. I remember you said like your last visit was like last week Saturday or
A fall showcase, yes.
fall showcase?
It's gonna be this Saturday?
No, it was last Saturday. It was the 15th.
Oh.
It was like a big open house, but we still do visit campus tours like
When do
every
you think
day.
will be the next visit?
We won't have nothing like that until Admitted Student Day, which is exactly what it sounds like for admitted students, and it's usually in April. But you can do a campus tour at any time, like Monday through Friday. So when like public schools are closed, universities are usually still open. So if you have like a free day, you can come there, and we do some on Saturdays as well. So, and FIU is public, so if you ever like don't want to do an official tour, you just want to drive around or bring your family and walk around, you can do that. We have maps, and we have like a visitor's guide, like a self-guided tour. And then you can always find it virtually online. We have like virtual tours.
All right, thank you.
Anybody else? Yeah.
So supposedly my friend who also graduated last year, she also was going to the same thing I am for graphic design.
Mm-hmm.
And so when she tried to apply for FIU, they said that there was no graphic design
Can you repeat this question on the mic, please? Just because we're recording.
Oh, for the recording.
Yes, yes, so we need you like.
I like to walk around.
So what I said is that my friend is in the same thing I am, but she graduated last year, and she tried to sign up for graphic design in FIU, and supposedly there's no graphic design in FIU in the Aventura one.
Oh, the North Camp? No, it's gonna
There
be at the,
isn't?
it's gonna be at the main campus.
In the main campus?
Yeah, I thought you meant in general.
No,
I was
no,
like,
no,
what?
like, so this is in Aventura, because Aventura is what's nearest to me.
Yeah, Biscayne Bay, that's the campus in Aventura. It only houses 4 majors. So hospitality, marine biology, which is really cool if you're considering marine biology. We have the world's only underwater laboratory, so that's really cool. But hospitality, marine biology, journalism and broadcast, and health services administration. That's it. If you're not in one of those majors, more than likely you'll be at the South Campus.
So where's the South Campus?
Yeah.
That's the one in by the fair. That's the one like Doral area. It's right off the turnpike.
Oh, I don't think I wrote that.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you.
That's the main campus, so that's more than likely where you'll be. Any other questions?
Any other questions?
Yes.
You may have mentioned this when like earlier, but what is Connect for Success program?
That's the 2+2. That's the one if you want to go to Broward or anywhere, we hold your spot and then you're automatically admitted.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
I'm noticing that you have degree law here. What's the highest what's the highest degree you can go after a law?
The JD, the doctorate degree.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm asking, what's the highest degree you can get for law?
Finish law school so you can get the doctorate in law.
Thank you.
Yes.
What if, because I know you said what was it, like connect to?
The Connect for Success?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
What if, because I'm gonna graduate with my associate's degree, so how would it like work then?
Then no Connect for Success for you. Because that's what the program is. It's for students that are going like to Broward or another state college in Florida to get the associates. So if you're already graduating with it, then there's no need for the program because you're coming straight to FIU.
Okay, now what if like I missed like a semester, like it needs 1 semester to get my AA?
And then you're gonna go to Broward first to finish it?
Yeah.
No, it still wouldn't work because a transfer student, this is like a Connect for Success is like a transfer pathway. To be a transfer student, you have to have graduated high school and then completed 12 or more college credits. So if you're only going for 1 credit, then you'll still be a freshman.
So what if like after I graduate I'm missing 12 credits?
Then yeah, you can do it.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna
But if you're graduating with your AA, then just apply directly.
But like that scholarship money.
If you're in Connect for Success doesn't get like the presidential or merit because again, it's a transfer pathway. So then you would qualify for transfer scholarships, which are different. So that's why students that
need to go for like the merit or
the merit, you would come in as a freshman. So even though you're graduating with the AA, you still apply as a freshman. So that's why we don't like punish students for getting their AA while in high school. So that's why you still apply as a freshman, even though you'll have your AA degree, so that you can qualify for the merit scholarships.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so we had Nova come in and they talked about a scholarship for ROTC. Do you guys offer the same program for ROTC at FIU?
I'm not sure of the scholarships for it, but we do have ROTC. We have Army and Air Force. So those are the 2 branches that we have at FIU, but I'm not sure about if they have scholarships.
Because if you go on the scholarship thing, you fill it out and it lets you pick a school. I did actually pick FIU.
Okay.
So I wasn't sure if they actually
If it's
accept the
there,
scholarship.
then yes.
Okay.
If it's there, then yes. I'm not sure about the scholarships that they have, but they do have a website, so and like Instagram and all that good stuff. So you can for sure ask them. I'm not gonna like make it up. Did I wanna say that? Well, thank you guys. And again, let me go back. So if you didn't get like my contact info, you'll have it. I'm your person directly. So if you ever have questions like what's my application status or whatever, like you can email me, you can send me a DM, like whatever with your Panther ID number, and I'll check it for you, okay? All right, thank you guys. Thank you.
we're gonna do a quick picture, guys, so we're gonna